Alive. Ooh, lights went on. Is it 11? Oh, it's 10:58. You know, sometimes the time goes so fast. What I did is I shared it to Facebook before I went live, and then I thought I better get on here. It's not very long before it's going to be 11 o'clock. Uh, I'm going to write something. I just wrote on here. I'll at least have heard from myself. Look at me, look at the light. I can't do anything about it now. Please, if you have any questions or requests, make them and I will see them up here. I may have to put my face down close so I can read it, but I'll honor your request if you make one, or I'll answer a question if you have one. So, okay. It's 11 o'clock. Okay, so the subject today, the thing we're going to concentrate on is, now my face itches, is anorexia. It's called anorexia nervosa, something like, I don't know how to pronounce that last word. It is nervosa. I'm going to read, I've got stuff here. Anorexia nervosa is an eating disorder that involves very low weight, a distorted body image, and an obsessive fear of gaining weight. I've known them to look in the mirror and think they're fat and they're really thin. Okay, they're really severely underweight. Well, listen to this. It's a serious mental issue. People control food as a way of controlling areas of their lives or dealing with emotions that can lead to malnutrition. You can be sure of it, and serious health problems, which can be life-threatening. A person with anorexia nervosa can fully recover from their disorder with help, but it is important to see a doctor as soon as possible. The sooner the condition is diagnosed and treated, the better the chances are of recovery. Okay, now I got to get back where I was. Here I am over here. I'm reading. I got to figure that out one of these days. Okay, so the protocol is, I'm going to do a little meditation, and then I am going to to your mental and emotional issues. I'm going to try to get rid of them, or help you get rid of them. And then I do the anorexia, and then I do the scanning of our bodies. All right, now there's something I want you to get very clear in your head about how this is working. I am working from the world of love. I call it the world of love. It's the spiritual part of us, and that's the world of love. And when you're there in that place, I want you to go there too. And all you have to do is put your hand on your, and be loving. It's a loving thing. It's all about love. And with Reiki, it's universal life force energy, and it's based on unconditional love. You don't do this if you're not using love. I just have to use love, and you cannot use anything negative. So the thing is, I want you to understand the importance of getting rid of this negative emotions that you build up, because hey, they're going to make you sick eventually. If you're a hateful sort of person, it's going to define you. Or if you're angry, it will define you. If you're sad, it will eventually define you. I knew a woman that was always sad, and I always honestly didn't like to be around her because she always had this sad look on her face. She came out of it after a while. So I guess people can bring themselves out of it. So you don't want to be defined by negative emotions, and you want to get rid of them as fast as you can. that you get those by living in the animal. That's the animal part of us. That's the human part of us, and we come here to experience this life, so that we can. Actually, the whole idea is to go into the field of love, and when you're in the field of love, or the field of the spirit field, you can do all kind of things. You can make up your own life. um, by daydreaming, by actually, if you're in there, all things are possible. And that's like that's consciousness. It's where you came from, it's where you're going back to. You've got to understand this is a very important thing to know. So it's very important to get these mental and emotional, the negative ones, out of the way, not the positive. I'm going to replace them. When I'm going to bring them up, and I'm going to replace them um, with positive ones. But I want you to understand this is really serious work. Try your best to stay in that spiritual place as much as you can. Even you have a bad moment, you're going to have bad moments during the day. We all do. We'll have that bad moment and get over it. And I mean, have it. I'm not telling you to get over it. I'm being like that. I'm saying have that bad moment, feel it. Be sad, be angry, be anything, but don't hang on to it. It's a very bad thing to hang on to it. And then go into that happy place in your head where you can just imagine something. Imagine that you're rich. Imagine you're getting a new car, that you wanted, anything to get out of that negative emotional place. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do, and I don't do it, the universe does this, by the way, I'm just a conduit. So I'm going to pull this up from you, and you request that it be taken away. And you go to your God, your higher power, the universe, and you ask for healing. You ask for healing all during this session. This is what it's all about, is healing. I'm not here to play. Um, okay, so I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to start. I think I've got it straight with you how to do this. We always ask for help, and we always receive it from the same place, the spiritual place, and we also give thanks after it's done. And by the way, and after it's done, you have to let go of it. Don't try to hang on to it and think you can do better at it than God, because you can't. So if you're out of the way, you'll be out of God's way, or the higher power's way, or the universe. You'll be out of the way. Just let it go. You can't hang on to it. This is the way healing works. That's the way life works. You can go all day long. You can go into that place, that happy place, and be happy instead of miserable. So here we are. I'm going to start the whole thing right now. And I'm asking you, it's a good idea, because I'm going to start with a meditation. You to close your eyes. I'd close my eyes. I'm still looking at me. Okay. I want you to put your hands in your heart. You know, don't you, that when we're in this place of love, of this spirit world, we're all one. There's no division. There's no separation, and we're all one. So this is how this is done. By the way, I suggest if you're watching a lot of television, you're going to have a lot of negative emotions these days anyway. I know you want to know what's going on, but sometimes, you can't do anything about it. You really can't do anything about it. You can vote, but you can't do anything about the madness that you're seeing on TV. There's an awful lot of it. All right. Okay. So we're going to go into this. I'm sorry I had to bring that up or say that. All right. So we're going to start with your feet. Close your eyes. Be comfortable. To feel your feet. The weight of your feet. I want you to feel your calves. Your thighs. I want you to breathe. Feel your buttocks, the weight. Your back. your shoulders, your arms, and your head. Now we do the mental and emotional, the negative, the negative. I'm going to release them. I'm going to pull them from your crown. And you're going to try to visualize all of that negative emotions going right out, coming right out of your body. And feel it. It has to do with feelings. You want to be rid of them. I'm going to take away your fear, your anger. Don't want to hold on to that. Don't hang on to that. If you have anger, we want to be rid of it. It'll define you, take you down. Depression. You don't want to live in a depressed state. We want to pull that up. You don't want to be helplessness. A lot of people right now, I just got a text from somebody. I hope he's watching this. Hope he knows this is meant for him as much as for anybody. This mental and emotional business is what's going to get you feeling less than. When you're having a bad day, you're going through some difficult times, you want this. Discord, limitations, loneliness, anxiety, worry, stress, hopelessness. Got that all out. If you have anything I haven't mentioned, you just say it yourself. Sadness, all of that comes with living in the world of fear. Now I'm sweeping that all off. And I pulled it up. Now I'm going to sweep it off into what I call the psychic garbage can. Now I'm going to replace it. You've got an empty vessel there, and I'm going to replace it. And I don't do this. The universe does this. Remember that. And I want to say believe it, but really know it. If you know this is working, it will work. Don't be a doubting Thomas. Well, you can't help it. If you are, I'm sure. But anyway, that doesn't get you very far. Okay. So I'm sending you courage. That's for that person that has so much fear. Fearlessness. Fun. Joy. For people that are depressed, you need laughter. I'm going to send you some laughter. If you feel helpless, I'm sending you power. Less than, I'm sending you abundance. Discord, I'm sending you harmony and clarity. Love. Possibilities and knowledge. Friendships. Calm. Confidence. All of these things you can use if you're in a really bad way. You might only need one of them. Wisdom. Trust. Okay, now I'm separating myself from you. Now we're going to do the anorexia. And whether that's a mental disease, I'm going to put my hands on top of your head. You're below me. Let me pull this down a little bit so you can see a little bit, not to the ceiling. Not going to come down, stay. So you're down here, okay? Just imagine it. And so I'm putting my hands on top of your head. It's just going, like this, all right? Imagine you're in the room with me, sending it to you. And when my head's jerking, you know it's working. I'm sending you perfect mind. You are made perfect. Hey, if you don't have anorexia and you want a perfect mind, just get in here. Okay, that's it. I'm going to seal that, and I'm separating myself from you. All right, now, the next thing I do is us. When I say us, I mean you and me. I always include myself in these. I use my body. I'll be scanning. I'll be going down like this. Get your eyes closed. I'll tell you where I am. I'm waiting for you to get ready. Maybe it's me that needs to get ready. All right, so here we are. I am going. I've got my hand on the top of your head. If you close your eyes, it helps. I like to close my eyes. The throat, major chakra. That's your voice, your spiritual voice. Going to go down to your thymus. That's not a major chakra, but believe me, it's important. A lot of people let out a sigh. We're going to go down to your heart, major chakra. That's the important one. Most, that's the love chakra. But in this area, we have the lungs. Or anything doesn't necessarily have to be the heart. Anything that you have issues with, it will heal if you're in the right place. Going to the solar plexus, that's above your navel. Down to your sacral, that's below the navel. Then to your root, that's down in the area of your genitals. Okay, now I have my hands on our thighs. Our knees. And our calves. Now I'm not reaching down to my ankles, so I'm imagining it. I've got my hands on our ankles. And the bottom of our feet. Now I'm turning you around. That was the front of you. I'm turning you around. I'm standing you up because I like to imagine you standing up. You don't have to stand up. That's the way I see you. I've got my right hand on your right hip, my left hand on your left hip. A lot of hip problems out there. Okay, and we're taking my hands and I'm putting them over into the middle of your back. My thumbs are on your spine, at the base of your spine, and my palms are spread out onto your back as I work my way up. I'm moving slowly up to the small of your back, up, your ribs, up to, here we are, your shoulder blades. I fan out on your shoulder blades. Then I go up to your shoulder from your neck and I'm going over onto your rotator cuffs. I settle there a minute because people have a lot of problems with their rotator cuffs. Going down your arms to your elbows. going down to your wrists, palm of your hands, and your fingers. Now I'm going up to your neck again, both hands, going up to the back of your head. Then I'm swinging my hands around onto your ears. If you have tinnitus, you have ear aches, hearing deficit, anything, this is for your ears. That's the last move. I'm going up to the top of your head just to finish it off, okay? Did your whole body. Now I'm separating myself from you, and I'm telling you, or I'm asking you, the best thing to do right now is to thank your higher power and all the angels and archangels that helped with this. And the next thing you have to do is let go. Let your higher power of your God or the universe do the work. That's it. I don't think I have. I think I've done a little bit of preaching today. But anyway, glad you came by. Try to make it every morning. And Thursday nights and Monday nights, 8 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock in the morning. Thanks for coming by.